welcome to Severed Chains live streaming on Friday nights. I am Drew Universe here with Monoxide. Say hello.
Hello.
I actually did that to make sure that your my audio was not muted. You are not muted this time.
Well, there's a first time for everything.
So, all of our stuff should be operational. Fingers crossed. And we'll be going to the Divine Tree and doing the lore story stuff, a little bit of combat, less combat heavy than last time. So let's get into it. We have
the past couple of been mostly bosses, so be good to get back to the story now.
Yeah, I didn't need to, but I haven't played them in so long. I decided, yeah, we'll do the optional Dragoons and the Dragon Spirits and have weird stuff happen while we do that. Like finding out there's a bug with power down.
Was a bug with power down.
Alright, so we left off at the Tower of Flamville / Kashua Glacier area where I got stuck. And I was like, save me, Zychronic, save me with a map teleport. So I think we'll, take the lesson learned from Spaceballs. This time we're going to walk. At least till we get out of the location. So I'm going to...
We've got a little bit of stuff to show off first.
We do?
Yep.
And how do you want me to do that?
Well, open up your inventory and go to options.
Okay. You took away my yellow highlight. How dare you? Oh.
Put your mouse over it.
I love that you knew that. It's still there. Okay, what's up?
Does this menu look like it's final?
It looks cleaner.
It's not finished.
Work in progress, of course. While you talk about what to do, I will try to get some music rolling.
Can you also give me the Discord screen share?
Yes, I can do that.
Very helpful being able to see things in real time.
Just applications and... There you go. Alright, what am I doing?
Options.
Options.
Counter rate.
Oh, that's a surprise.
So obviously you have to put it on intended.
Yes. Oh, I need to reset my items to 108.
Next time you make a save, it will save that.
I thought I did that before. Okay. Let's save now.
Might as well save it now.
Except the A button will not work for that. Okay. Alright, that's very cool. We can now change the encounter rates. I was going to ask about that because we already had the debugger menu checkbox for auto charm potion, but it technically wasn't quite labeled accurately. It makes it sound like it's dispensing charm potions, but it's really just turning off encounters entirely. So this helps.
Yeah, that's removed now.
Okay.
Now that there's a proper option for it.
Anything else I need to do?
You might want to talk about what exactly the different encounter rates mean.
Okay. So I'm going to go back to the options. And, yep. Okay, so we've got 4 options. None means none, of course. You will not have any encounters except boss battles. Bosses give you most of the XP that you need to progress. Like you can handle almost any boss. Django might be a little tough. Linus might be a little tough if you don't grind any additions or anything, but just about all the XP you need is from boss battles. You can still use it as a challenge, though, if you want to try lower additions and stuff like that. Average is Well, let me start with retail.
Let's talk about the actual retail ones first.
So in retail, there is a bug in the encounter rate. What that means is in two directions, the encounter rate is as fast as the developers intended it. In two of the other directions, like on the D-pad or your analog stick, it goes slower than intended. Originally, TFZ, the Flying Zamboni, thought that two directions were too fast, but it turns out actually two directions are too slow. So we thought encounter rate was kind of too high on average. They wanted it higher.
Way higher.
On two directions. So that's a lot. But we thought, hey, we should still try to, patch that and just make that an option if people want to try it the way the developers intended. So the intended means that the two directions that are slower will now be sped up. I think it's down and left, was it?
I think so. Down and left, I think, was
too slow. Yeah.
It's when you're coming back from Dono going through the desert. That's one of the areas you notice it the most. You can go really far before encountering any enemies.
I don't remember which two it is. My brain's not working, but the point being, the two directions that are slower are sped up to what the developers intended because they accidentally bugged it to be too slow. Average is kind of a midway point. So,
so
instead
for average, I took the. Imagine if you were to run into the intended encounter rate direction and then back in the opposite direction, which would give you the lower encounter rate, and just keep doing that over and over again until you hit an encounter. That's roughly what average will give you. So basically it takes the midway point between the two encounter rates and applies that to every direction.
Yeah, so instead of having two directions fast and two directions slow, it's an average. It'll be about the same overall as what you're used to in LOD retail. Right? So that's all of them?
Yep.
Okay. So now that we've explained that, I have to add that to the...
Unintended and see how terrible it is.
Yeah, yeah, sure. Well, I already had it set to that, so we'll punish ourselves. I'm going to up the game sound a little bit, and we'll get underway. We'll try that. If any part of the volume sounds too high or too low, mics or background music or game sound, let us know and I'll tune it. Where am I going? You can, the menu music is so groovy, you could probably battle to it, right? I feel like the sound is still too low. I'm gonna bring it up a little bit.
Alright, so before you finish this fight, I've got one more thing that I'd like to show here as well. So after you kill this guy,
sure,
pop open the combat debugger.
Okay.
So go ahead and set Rose's level to 9,999.
Yes.
And her attack to, let's say, 1,500.
Will this snap back after battle?
Yes.
Okay.
All those stats are just temporary.
Let's do an attack. That's a lot of damage.
So no more
Wow.
9,999 limits.
Yep, no longer a four-digit limit. Um,
Now, of course, that's not a big thing for the retail game. It is possible to hit the damage cap in retail, but it's very difficult. It's very, very unlikely that you'll ever see that actually happen unless you really try.
you have to build your
Um,
stats out quite a bit.
yeah, but this will be a big thing for mods.
Yeah.
We're planning on, well, Zycronix is planning on getting hard mode ported over for the next release, which needs the damage caps removed.
There we go. Alright. Up we go. Yeah, this encounter rate's gonna suck.
It'll be fine.
It'll be fine, but I want better than fine. Rocky turtle and a penguin. I think the sound killed itself this time.
Ooh.
I desperately want a mod where you have to earn the last hit too.
I wonder how difficult that would be.
Ah, shoot. Right as I missed the counter. So the way it works in LOD, as anybody knows, if you run up and do the addition and you don't press any buttons, you still get the first hit for free. I don't prefer that. I don't think that's of much value because it's low damage anyway, at least after Celeste. I would rather earn the first hit and the last hit, and right now the first hit and the last hit are free. So technically, 2 more timings? 2, 3, 4. Oh, no, 7. No, wait a minute. 8 hits. There's 8 hits, but 7 button presses. Okay, so only 1 hit is technically free. It's just offset. So I would like to earn the last hit, basically. And if you miss on the first button press, you do no damage. That's what I'm asking for. Hopefully that will be a thing. Yeah, I think it doesn't really matter, but now that we're adults, like I want to feel the immersion of earning that last strike, because the last strike is the big one, right? So, you know. Anyway.
Oh, don't worry, Drew. We will make the game harder for you.
I'm sure.
We will make it plenty harder.
Let's see. Back to options. None. Thank you. I just need to get on the world map. And we're heading to Mayfill to go past the point of no return.
Who wants to see Drew do a hard mode run after this?
I mean, I planned on doing one. I'm not doing all of them, like all the difficulties. But I'll do... I'll consider Zycronix's hard mode. I wanted to build my own balance mod and try that as well, but depending on how much time that takes.
I mean, tuning a game is quite a time sink for sure.
Yeah. Let alone running it.
Yeah, and you can see how poorly tuning can go even in retail games just by looking at Legend of Dragoon.
Mm-hmm. Alright. So we're running Mayfill, so I need the Dead City. That one. Wait, why did I ask for wings again? I'm already in Centipedos. I'm sorry, I'm jumping the gun. Kulon, take us to the Signet Sphere. Sorry.
Sometimes it'd be like that.
My area is disorganized and just I need more space to put things. Speaking of space, my all these live streams, I keep recordings of them, and it's only 1080p, but they're like 2-hour streams, so I'm running out of hard drive space. I got a budget for a new hard drive at some point. Oh, I'm not even recording this one. Shit. Record. I'm recording now. Okay.
Speaking of.
I hit stream and record, but I must have hit F9. Oh. Damn it. F9 is my start and stop recording hotkey. And Latch, aka Nick, who made the really cool controller hot swap feature, so that if this isn't plugged in, I can plug it in and just press F9 to register it and use it right away. I don't have to restart the program or anything, but it's also my stop recording hotkey. Very bad.
You shouldn't actually need to press the button. It should just work, since that's the controller you were using.
That's not the case. I would like to say yes, but that is not the case. I've done this multiple times. All right. Off we go.
I would test it, but I use my controller for my headset.
That's okay. I will double check it for you later. Make sure I'm fully confident. We don't need to save there. Oops. Alright, so while we're catching up to where we were, does anyone have any burning questions at the moment about severed chains in general, or non-important questions? We will answer them. Oh, I didn't do my shot counter. Here we go. Here's a challenge. Oh, no. Damn. I was about to say, here's a challenge. You can only run on the puzzle. Running only.
And no stopping.
And no stopping. Like, if you stop for more than 1 second, it falls out from under you. This can end badly. Come on. Let's turn off the indicators. Which way? Hey. There we go. Yeah, let's just give it like a 30-second timer like it's the obstacle course. If you don't make it, you have to start over. Come on. Come on. You think I'd have this memorized by now?
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised it isn't just fully random.
Floor puzzle randomizer. There's an idea. Just set it up to like it has the connect, but otherwise it could be totally random. Like it could even make you go all the way up, down to up first instead of around in counterclockwise fashion.
Mm-hmm. Down one, and then left. Left.
I don't trust you.
Wow. Down again.
I don't trust you entirely, let me put it that way.
I see how it is.
Okay, we're good. Oh, we did that.
Yes.
I did that on purpose, though. It's okay. This is it.
Point of no return.
If we go here, we'll never be able to go back and buy stuff from that stupid street vendor anymore. Are we sure we want to do this?
Wonder what else he has.
He might have some other goodies for us, like a wingly feather that helps you fly.
The secret 8th Dragoon spirit.
Secret my ass. Here we go. Lavitz is showing us the way.
Wee.
This background is amazing, and you only get to see it for like 5 seconds.
Yeah, I suppose 9th Dragoon spirit is right. It's the Divine Dragoon.
Yeah.
Alright, the secret 9th Dragoon spirit. Woo.
All right. I think we need the music. This is still a funny scene to me. I'm gonna cut that actually. Oh, it came back. It does not want to go away. Sorry. If that sound is annoying, I apologize.
It's not a looping noise, it's just the background noise.
The 9th spirit is the one Drew uses for Maru to use D attacks against Linus. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
You're never gonna live it down.
It would legitimize my claim. It would legitimize my claim that it's possible. I have a history of using bad examples, and someone cut me down in like a Reddit comment once, and I was like, okay, I apologize, but like, look at the spirit of what I'm saying. It's potent. If you're so smart, you generate an example. Give me a break. It's time. It's time for Daddy. I always like Zeeg's hair.
It's looking pretty mullety.
Hmm. Here comes Dart. Oop. The shortest Dragoon transformation ever. And goodbye.
Well, that was easy.
Now, in a normal story, this would make sense. Is it the end? Is it all over? And obviously, in a story like this, there's almost never a bad ending, because bad endings are too sad or whatever. Not something I subscribe to. But nonetheless, we have to struggle on. And they were just saying, it's still safe, the world's okay. But if this signet goes, it's over. And then they're saying, no, it's not over. Like, they gotta make up their mind. It's just that the moon is falling, no problem.
It's falling gently.
Now here's the idea. If Kulon wasn't here, we would have to go into Dragoon form to fly up there, which would be pretty cool. Flying in between a sea of Virage, dodging them, attacking them, it would be like a reliving of the Dragon campaign fight scene, you know? Because I like Kulon a lot, but it means that we can't have a Dragoon cinematic. Yeah, Nova, I was probably thinking of Damia or something. Here we go. Oh, shoot, music. Ah. Oh no, I left-clicked! Shoot! Shoot! I'm sorry. Ah!
What?
I'm sorry, I left-clicked. I was trying to click on the window because I still heard the annoying sound effect and I was going to try and press delete to clear it. But instead of clicking on the title bar, I clicked on the main part of the client and oh, I'm sorry. Oh.
Delete would also end the cutscene.
Yes. Damn. Damn, damn, damn. Damn. It's because the song, the audio was sticking. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry, but I'm sorry. But I'm not sorry. So sorry.
You're gonna have to bring it up on YouTube now.
Jesus Christ. Okay. It's my fault.
Yep, the moon fell pretty fast.
Not that one, the other one. Come on, YouTube.
What did I lie about, Doom?
Where am I going? Hold on. Do that. That's not working, so I wanna do that instead. Bring that over here. Gotta set all this up because I messed up. Display capture.
That's it?
And there it is. Everybody happy?
Alright, Doom, now it did fall gently.
Okay. Now that I had fixed what I'm only half responsible for breaking, we can continue. Kulon is crashed and going to, unfortunately, be unable to survive, which is very sad. I really like.
We're just gonna casually stand here on top of him.
I really like Kulon. Now, a nice little detail here is Kulon's eyes shutter closed over the. It has like copies of the background image here with just the eyes different. And there he goes. There they go. Yes, Jack, the save point of no return. I'm gonna unmute the sound so we can. There we go. I think we have a Divine Tree track. There we go. The terribly disastrous plan laid by Soa. Now we gotta embiggen those, don't we? Right?
If you can.
If I can. Let's give it a try. I love Virage, so, I mean, as a Moonchild, I have to, right? Let's see. I'm wondering if they're separate, because there's a lot of scripts on this submap.
Yes, every single one would be separate.
On a loop. There's one.
Wee.
Alright, so these are really tiny. Let's make them about six times larger.
Now, it is possible that the script engine is also controlling the size.
Yeah, it's resizing them, but I'm okay with that. I'll just click update a bunch of times. Ooh. I'm finding one that,
You could trigger a resize and then press F11 to pause. If you can do it fast enough.
Maybe. Let me find which one gets the best angle first. This is interesting. So I'm staying on one script, but there's two different paths for it that they alternate between. That's interesting.
Yeah, I can do that when you had the indicator up.
I need the one that's like going across. Nope. Alright, let's keep going.
Nova asked why we stream on YouTube instead of Twitch. Do you want to answer that?
There's a couple different reasons. That's the one I want. That's the one right there. P, it won't pause.
It's F11 now.
It's Corey.
What? I did say press F11.
Shoot. This is hard.
Jack, it might be on your end. I'm watching it on my TV on YouTube, and it's smooth for me.
Okay, so it's really low res, but they bothered to texture the wings a bit with some shading there. That's pretty nice.
Yeah.
But it's really low res. Okay, I won't bother with it too much more for now, but we're going to be opening that up later, definitely. So the answer about why we're on YouTube instead of Twitch. So the main reason is transcoding. I didn't feel comfortable streaming on my personal Twitch for this. I wanted to do like a brand account for us. And that meant we wouldn't have my affiliate benefits, which means that sometimes you get transcoding. You basically have to restart your stream over and over again until it lets you have transcoding. It's like an RNG effect. To guarantee transcoding, which means the viewers will be able to select the quality level, you have to be a partner. And number one, that means exclusively streaming on Twitch. And number two, those goals are very high whereas with YouTube, you get transcoding out of the gate for free. I used to love Twitch a lot, but since, you know, everything with Amazon has been going on and they also own Twitch now, I don't believe in feeding that platform, so it is a personal choice of mine. But mainly for the user's benefit, the transcoding is the biggest deal for me. And it also lets us have a single platform for both our live streams and our recorded video uploads, whereas Twitch is not really known for its video upload stuff. Most of the viewer base for that is on YouTube for regular videos. So this way we can house it in a consolidated way. And that is the answer. So I keep trying to press P. You know, normally, Jack, I would believe...
You got a pre-indicated one there.
Yeah. Normally, Jack, I would agree with you that there might be some frame drops. I have been plagued by this over the live streams, as you know if you've been here before. However, I'm showing 0 drop frames so far, which is very lucky. My curtain thing is not quite showing so well. Unfortunate. I'll have to fix my green screen for next week. Off we go to save. Save point of no return.
Lucky for us, we could also save anywhere.
Mm-hmm. It's kind of a ode to the original that I sometimes use them. There should be some hidden items. Phoenix Bloom.
Yeah, it's kind of a habit for me. Whenever I see a save point, I just save by default, even though we can save anywhere.
We're so used to it. It's a fruit of the divine tree, but it's dried up. Sounds like we better believe the legends. No item. Hey, more Virage.
I do find it kind of hard to believe that no one ever saw the divine tree.
Well, apparently
Like,
he
it
was
looked like
cloaked.
Fair enough.
What were you gonna say though?
I was gonna say it looks like it pretty well extends up into like the atmosphere, so you'd be able to see it from quite a ways away.
I have to assume it's the Winglies. With the final signet dissolving, that beam fires down, and then like a dome is lifted over the divine tree of some kind. So I assume it's a cloak. But you would think that once in a while, some people would like eventually be brave to traverse the Death Frontier and just walk into an invisible object and be like, "Oh, what was that?" And then it would draw attention, and people would go, and they would start expeditions, and there's safety in numbers, and they would have warriors to fight off. You know, if they think they can handle convoys, surely they can handle some scorpions or whatever, you know, and graboids from Tremors. But maybe, I guess, they just really did stay away the whole time, you know?
I wonder if it's just a visual cloak, or if it's actually like...
A pocket dimension?
Or that.
It could be a pocket dimension, technically. There's a Virage. We want that one. Yeah, okay. That's a better shot. But it is so basic. Oh, it's almost entirely just wings. It's got wings, it's got the tendrils, but the body is like hardly even there. Because, I mean, when they go into flight mode, they get really compact with, like, the legs coming up and everything, so I guess that makes sense.
Like Transformers.
Bioweapons in disguise. I don't know. Doesn't have the same ring to it. Oh, speaking of which, you know, they finally gave us a confirmation for the Beast Wars live-action movie, kind of, sort of. Was it Rise of the Beasts or something? I hope they honor it well and not mess it up quite as bad as they did with the Netflix movie. But
I don't think I'm familiar with Beast Wars.
Beast Wars is an offshoot of Generation 1 Transformers, the really popular original show.
Okay.
It's different. It's not the same thing, you know, but I, despite its flaws, loved it quite a bit. Aside from some really silly like sexism and a few other things, the comedy was golden. They had this perfect blend of comedy.
I thought you were gonna say a perfect blend of comedy and sexism.
No, comedy and lore, like serious stuff. I think I just had an OBS disconnection. I'm showing no drop frames though. Did I have a hiccup just now? Everybody, did I have a hiccup in the stream?
I didn't notice anything.
OBS was like, we're reconnecting, and I'm like, no, I'm talking about Beast Wars. Just because it's off topic from the live stream, come on, give me a break. Anyway, that's also a great question, Zychronics. Like, why don't we get to fight one or two of these Zychronicses, these Virage, landing on the tree, and maybe because like it would have to stay aerial for the most of the part. If it landed on, I mean, you saw the moon impact, right? The moon impacted and like the branches separated out, and it became like an island in the middle. So I guess the branches are really brittle. And if the Virage landed, it would just like fall to the ground and it'd be kind of weird. So I don't know. There should be a platform somewhere though, just a boss platform, you know, for bosses. Anyway,
You're thinking too small, Jack. 3 isn't enough.
Yeah, I'd like to just fight in that whole sea of them. Like, again, I like Kulan, but I almost want to write a alternate thing where like Kulan's arriving. Okay, this sounds a little too much like Fohammer and Halo, but Kulan's arriving is gonna help you get to the moon, but gets shot down by Virage on the way. So they emerge a little sooner, I don't know. And then you are forced to go into Dragoon form to cut through the Virages, and it even can be like a high score event where you see how many you can cut down before you run out of spirit gauge or something, you know? Or before you reach the end of the level, something like that. That would be a fun combat-focused minigame. There we go. We need combat minigames besides like just the pig racing. We'll have combat minigames. It's gonna be great, right, Corey?
Combat pigs.
Combat pigs? No, no. They're not even large enough to be mounts. Okay, it would like sit on your shoulder at most.
You can do jousting on the pig.
Look, if I want Armadillomon, I'll play Digimon. Okay. Platform with a giant V on it says Echo 4.
Hey, Chris.
I like how there's someone in the chat now named Echo 4, and I was literally talking about Fohammer, Echo 419. I didn't even see the name, I swear. Oh, that was weird happenstance, isn't it? Anyway, what were we talking about? Beast Wars. So, Beast Wars.
Just a bit of a tangent.
I'm trying to wrangle this conversation, but stuff keeps happening. And I
so much going on.
We took away from the what a streamline. I know it's
What a stream.
Alright.
This is quite the stream.
So there's not a lot of detail on the caterpillar. I'm not gonna embiggen that here. I might embiggen it right when it's about to do the battle thingy. But yeah, I would love the.
The entire tree collapses.
Can I embiggen during battle? No, that is a future concept. I have wanted that since the beginning, but understandably, it is a different design.
If you were running from source, you could do that pretty easily.
I don't want to. I go far enough. I have to draw boundaries for my health with how many.
It would be so much easier for you to update.
It's important for me to go through the same process as end users so I can relate to their experience of the program better. I'm not even bullshitting. Like, technically it's meant as a joke, but I'm not bullshitting. It is important to me that I don't get too separated, like you know, like bosses and employees kind of a thing. Stay on the ground with the main troop kind of a deal. Oop, that's bad. Sorry. You never know which sound effect is gonna stick. I love that, like, watery effect up top. That's amazing. This just proves how Dart is just fascinated by all the little things in life, which is something I can personally relate to. I'm easy to amaze. And Rose is just like, yeah, been here, done that. And she would probably love to just sit and admire this stuff too, but we've got a mission and she's personally involved. This is her mission to complete, so she does not want to stick around. I gotta believe these tiny Virage are also the same kind of models. I don't need to save. What am I doing?
Apparently, Zycronics added it to the battle object debugger, but just never committed it. So blame Zycronics.
For which thing?
Battle embiggening.
Oh yeah, Zycronics. I have no idea where it went, they say. Alright,
Yeah.
Let's do a save, because unlike some live streams, this one is going to have an intentional battle composition of my party. So let's...
Echo is talking about substituting Dart. I'm not sure how many of these streams you've caught, but we do have no Dart here. We can swap Dart out.
Yes, watch. I can get rid of Dart. I can get rid of Albert. I can have one character in slot 3, and they'll just show up as a single-centered character. Also, by the way, I don't know if I ever said it or not, Corey, but I love that it auto-centers them. It doesn't just show them on the right or the left if they're on the right or the left, so thank you for that.
Yeah, that was totally me and not just Legend Dragoon code.
Alright, you know, since Echo is new, hey Echo, why don't you pick my party for the upcoming boss battle? You can pick. Any 3 people. I'll even go down to 2 people.
$2GS, what did they miss? We showed off a couple of things at the very start. I've removed the damage caps and hit point caps, so we showed that off, and Drew did like 1,000,000 damage to an enemy instead of the old 9999 cap. Oh, we also showed off the encounter rate configuration, so you can choose the retail bugged encounter rate. You can choose what the developers actually intended for the encounter rate to be, or you can choose an average of the bugged version, which will be the Severed Chains default.
Okay, got those people de-equipped. Rose. Dark Dragon armor should be fine. 118 to 132. Rose, we'll give a magic focus build for Rose to increase the power of the HP siphon. Haschel, we'll just focus on general damage. Imago's not thunder, right? I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't know.
We'll give it a try. Non-ela. I know the pupa is non-elemental. A hair in my mouth or something.
Yeah, everyone's saying non-elemental.
Okay, that is good. I don't have the violet dragon armor, but that's okay. Really, really persistent hair. Anyway. I could do a Phoenix Plume. Oh, I could also do a magical hat. 123 versus 103, and you're 107. What's Rose's speed? 65. 65, 65. Let's see, 70. I want you to go a little less often. And instead of a protector, we'll do an attack badge. Ooh, not an attack badge. Giganta ring. And then for Albert, we do want to speed a little higher. Let's just change the boots to bandit shoes. Or how do I want to run this? 60, 65, 60? Maybe 60 is enough. And an attack badge. Left click. Alright, hopefully I set that up correctly.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll be fine.
Yeah, it doesn't matter who you choose. Everybody has all their additions maxed at this point. It's all good. It's all gravy. Let's go to the submap debugger. I found you. Aha! There we go. I love it. This has some decent detail on it. Woo!
See you, Zikara.
Bye, Kara. Come back and check this out later. It's gonna be great. We're so tiny. Alright, boss music. It's time for a boss.
Sound stuck.
I got it.
There we go.
Rose didn't heal Rose. That's okay. There's always something I forget to prepare with. Yeah, it's gonna be okay. Here we go. I messed up. That's okay.
Okay, it won't be fine.
$14.60. How did I miss? Ooh, the did I see that you already know about the off-center damage floaters?
What do you mean?
Off-center, when the yellow numbers come up, they're off-center for the party.
Oh, it's probably because they can be so many more digits now.
Is there a way to like set them to center on the character?
Yeah. We can do whatever we want.
Ooh. Finally a counter. Alright, transform.
That didn't take
No. I mean, I'm using focus builds, so. I don't want this camera angle. It is a little... Like most players, including me, have a challenge where additions are harder to complete from the side. It's just a thing we do. So we usually center our camera behind the party. No, I can't do that.
So why don't you do it?
Because it's not allowed, remember? Y'all were trying to figure out the camera stuff, and it's proving really elusive.
That's already fixed. Did you read the changelog?
Wait, it was stuck! And I just pressed it more times and then it worked. I am flabbergasted.
Yeah, TFZ fixed that like 4 or 5 days ago.
Thank you, Flying Zamboni. Do I want to give Rose a chance to heal, or should I waste a healing fog? Let's waste a healing fog. Already? Here we go. It would have been great if I hadn't skipped speed down, you know? Should have picked that up.
Oh well.
It's okay. I'll just hack it in.
Easy enough.
Who do I want to special with? Maybe... It doesn't really matter. Because if I do it with additions, it'll be over too fast. We'll do it with Rose. Damn, already took a turn.
Rose is really stiff in that animation.
Here we go. Let's just see how much D attack does. This battle versus Imago is already undertuned in general, so it's gonna be a cakewalk, unfortunately. Unless...
after fighting Cloud.
Unless... Let's up the difficulty! So, let's...
Set its damage to like 1500.
17,000 HP. Speed to 80 instead of... Speed to 90 instead of 70. We'll up the speed if we can. And we'll up the attack.
I'm not sure. I don't think speed actually takes effect.
Yeah, it probably doesn't, but I'm trying. Attack from
Just
100.
Attack or something.
100 to 180 attack. Magic attack from 134 to... Let's make it 250. 250 magic attack. Supply the seat of our pants. Defense 170. Magic defense 200. So I just buffed a bunch of its stats.
Alright, let's go.
Let's see what happens. Now, I did this once before, and I regretted it a little bit, but this time I'm more sure of myself. We'll see if I made a good call or not. I might regret it. We'll see. Yeah, there's a few things we can do where we hot swap the stats of the characters. 272 doesn't hurt hard enough. See, that's the problem. Just the base damage is so damn low. Let's go higher.
Wow.
That was a magic attack, right? So let's go from 250 to 350 magic attack. That's not going to cause a stack overflow.
Oh, well. I mean, you jacked Rose's attack up to 1500 earlier.
Well, I'm not
with
keeping
level
that.
9999.
Yeah, I'm not keeping that though.
No, I'm just saying it's not going to cause an overflow.
Oh, okay. Yeah, thank you. Yes, I appreciate that. Zycronics told me that I think in retail, you can only go so high. I was asking about it anyway. I was worried that if you get over
in
like
retail, it's limited to sign short or
255.
I'm not sure if it's shorts or not, but it's either 32 767 or
all right.
55 535.
777. That's better. So now we need Rose Storm. Duh! 700. It would do a lot more.
You're a little more evenly matched now.
A little bit. Let's cast a Rose Storm just in case. I don't have a Death Wish.
You kind of when the perfect scrolled across really slowly and dramatically.
Yeah, I think Imago just finished Power Down. Now that you ask about it.
You shouldn't have said anything, Jack.
Alright, let's see how much harder it's gonna be. Same attack. 713. That's with Rose Storm active. Damn! That attack would have done 1400 damage. Now, luckily, part of Imago's threat is from the ability kit where flapping the wings and putting a mist over your character, and they become, like, dispirited, I think. Right, Corey? I think it's...
I don't know.
I think it's dispiriting. And it seems like only when the character is dispirited will Imago use the insta-kill. Because I'm in Dragoon form, that nullifies most of the kit. So Imago clearly needs some other options to fight Dragoons. Because, like, it's a basic attack and the energy blast, and that's it. I can't remember any other ones.
There is one other thing that you're not considering here, and I'm not going to tell you what it...
What?
I just said I'm not going to tell you.
Well, I'm taking a shot, so if you won't help me, the chocolate whipped cream will.
You will find out soon.
What the hell am I missing? Like, I might have forgotten one attack or something, but... thank you, Jack. I'm gonna have to let the community do it for me. Alright, I don't think I've tried a D-attack with Albert yet, so... so close. It's also very dark. I should probably start using Astral Train. So I really love the design of Imago. You can see this giant energy orb over the face. I just love that design so much. I could lighten the screen, but it'll be okay. I have my sexy top on tonight. It's just a top. I don't usually wear sleeveless, but sometimes I like sleeveless. Depends on the style of the shirt. Oh no. Corey! Are we soft locking?
That's awkward. What's showing up in your console?
I don't want to know. It's allocating Effect Manager 15 for battle script data something something. Uh-oh. Oh no! We're too powerful.
I wonder if it has to do with the modified stats.
You tell me.
Can you take a screenshot and of the combat debugger just so we can see what the stats are?
Yeah. I should probably hit refresh first. There we go. There you go. I think we have a soft lock. We don't have a soft lock counter, do we?
No.
We need to install a soft lock counter instead of just a crash counter. But I will call it a crash. Have I tried Have I tried turning the device off and back on again? Well, that will work.
Turn him on, go back off and back on again.
If I push a button, if I try to update the combat stats back to a reasonable level.
I don't think that'll do anything at the moment.
It's a soft lock, okay. We'll call it a crash for now. Alright, let's restart the game. Where's my... Oh no. Oh dear. Hold on. Bear with me. There it is. We'll do no modified stats this time. We already took out a chunk of its HP, so we'll just let it be an easy fight so we can advance. All right. Let's try this again. Now that didn't change, the camera angle did not change that time, so one of them is still bugged, I think.
I'm at TFC now because you're the one that fixed it.
I'll talk to them.
Can you restart the Discord stream?
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Fix it.
Oh no, I messed up the counter. Oops. My bad.
Is this foreshadowing for the fight to come?
Just from one missed counter? I don't think so. I double pressed, that's my bad. This is not the night of perfect additions for me.
Foreshadowing.
Foreshadowing my butt. Now I'm not focusing. I'm just having a day. Look, it was enough to take out the pupa, okay? So leave me alone. Now let's roast this bug.
Alright, now you gotta one-shot it.
It's not gonna be one shot.
Not with that attitude.
Go away. I could do Albert. Yeah, let's do Albert.
I'm not surprised by that at all.
Yeah, the Imago textures are a bit broken. The worst person to attack, Albert, 70 damage, and that's before Rose Storm or Dragoon defense modifiers. God, that's pitiful. All right. $27.40. $21.90. Stop attacking the one who's strongest against you. Come on. I need to see. I need to see if Albert in Dragoon form with Rose Storm is going to be like what, 20 damage? It's ridiculous.
Probably.
I expected more damage, but that's okay. It's not 7,000. Let me see. 12,000. 12,000 for Imago specifically. Imago is just too slow, and the kit doesn't work, and needs more lethality in general. And there we go. That's the fight. Ooh, Haschel didn't level up. Alright, back to the Divine Tree music.
Barely defeated it, according to Dart.
It's because he's inexperienced with life. He doesn't know anything about anything except how to cook a thick piece of meat. He likes his meat thick.
And cooked.
Yeah, there's no need for Dragoon form. In late game, regular additions out damage a lot of Dragoon abilities, at least the D attack and some of the magic. They just scale incorrectly. So that's what gives way for us to do some balance mods. Zycronix has the long-standing hard mode and then hell mode, which is even worse. It's incredibly difficult.
Even worse.
Mainly, most players would agree that the stats in the Japanese version of the game and the balance of how much damage is done by magic is way more even. In the Japanese version, the original release, magic is not as powerful. So you can't cheese with item magic anymore, not as easily. And enemies...
you could switch Japanese stats at any time.
And in addition to that, that's true. I didn't want to start on this playthrough is all, because we're already so far in. But in addition to the lowered item magic damage and magic damage in general, enemies have anywhere from 20 to 80% more HP. One of the only ones that has 80% more HP is the Mountain Ape. Mountain Ape has 1000 HP in NA and 1800 HP in JP. It was a huge nerf coming to NA. Alright, so interesting thing about this part of the game is you have almost back-to-back floaty twirly rides. You get to fly up a beam in Mayfill, and then you get to spin around and go whee in the Divine Tree here. Let's take a look. You can actually see them coming out of those set points in the moon, so that was kind of a nice little touch on the animation department there. Here we go. Oh, we're not at the spinny part yet, I guess?
Not quite.
Wait, did we already do the spinny part?
You did do a spinny part, yeah.
We already did. I'm sorry. We already did the spinning part. It's even more back to back than I thought. Because they landed, and then the caterpillar. Yeah, never mind. I'm in the moon that never sets. Time is not linear where I am right now. Okay.
That's fine.
It's very justified of me. So Rose says it's been very long, which means she's been here. Think about that. Like, she saw this probably when it was first getting erected, and it's probably scary as hell. Char will probably take her up there and be like, so this is the situation? You hear that heartbeat? Yeah. It's bad, and you need to stop it. I've always liked this particular background because it has this like expanding effect and it kind of takes over the party. It's gonna scan our minds and manifest areas we're used to. We are still alive as we get approached by this giant cut up orb thing that's gonna change reality. Wow! Exclamation point, question mark. Do I think Rose is elder-like? I mean, Rose is 11,708 years old, so probably.
Close enough.
Acquired Frozen Jet.
ARP card.
Yeah, apparently. And I love these scenes that are blended regular and also the moon streaks in the back. Those lines and designs and things. You can almost see a house there. And there's birds chirping, which is a signal that everything's okay. Now we just need some owls. Because when the owls stop hooting, something is wrong. Ah, I forgot to update the gear. Shouldn't matter though.
It'll be fine.
There should almost be a separate toggle just for story boss difficulty. Do you want it to be easy or actually a challenge where you could lose? And I would take the challenge because then it would give some actual interest in solo fights. Solo fights are mostly just dart at the start of the game. I would like to see more solo fights, or at least have these ones be tougher.
Well, you can do solo fights.
Yeah, but I mean in retail. Like, it would have been great. like just for optional content, extra bosses that require a specific two party members that might be tough to run or something. I don't know. Who's the fellow in the background? And on voice, that is Monoxide, the creator of Severed Chains. Monoxide, I don't think you do YouTube, do you?
Not really, no.
But so basically Monoxide is the lead developer and founder of Severed Chains. I'm gonna type a thingy in the chat for you so you can know what Severed Chains is, if I remember the command right. Yep. And if I do SC, that should take you to our project page on legendofdragoon.org that tells you an overall summary of Severed Chains, some useful links like download and a setup guide if you want to try it yourself. So Monoxide has done us a huge favor by spending over 2 years programming a reverse engineered build of Legend of Dragoon, like just ripping it into assembly and then refactoring it into Java and finally getting it to be playable last September. We've been live streaming that process ever since because it gets a little more updated every week. And now we have additional contributors that are helping to code various features and improvements as we work towards getting it back to retail parity, so it has all the features of retail, the regular game. But along the way, we're also adding various mods to enhance the experience, like save anywhere, change your item cap so you can have less or more items if you want, and eventually entirely new features and all kinds of crazy stuff like PvP. So we're on that journey now. We just hit beta. Eventually we'll have all the retail features implemented, and then the more crazy mods will start happening.
Yeah,
so,
we do have all the retail features implemented now. It's just a matter of fixing bugs.
Well, music is currently not running, is what I mean.
It'll be soon.
Soon.
Elepri and I did a little bit more work on that earlier today.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. I don't do anything on my personal YouTube accounts, but I do a dev stream on this account every Wednesday.
Yeah. You should subscribe here if you want more Legend of Dragoon anything. This is basically, it's mostly live streams right now, but we're going to keep adding more videos of other types of content, lore deep dives, and analyses and all kinds of fun stuff. Humorous videos as well. This is basically going to be the video version of the news articles that you see on legendofdragoon.org, which is news about the entire fandom, whether it's just stuff about the game, stuff that fans are doing, anything. So, modding, speedrunning, art, whatever it's going to be. That's, if you are interested, check out legendofdragoon.org and sub to our channel. Yeah, Jack, I think a lot of people are just waiting for music at this point, and that's one of the last things, that's one of the very last things that is not currently running. Ooh, that one's sticking too. I really wish this fight was harder. Like, give this thing some better abilities, make it actually threatening, and tap into the emotions that Miranda is feeling, you know? It could create a much deeper story here, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I guess they kind of had to make it easier because, you know, a lot of people ditch Shauna as soon as possible.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, anyone who actually uses her and Miranda throughout the game, like, by the time they get to this point, they'll just absolutely stomp this boss.
Yeah. If only they had like a sort of level scaling ability similar to games like Skyrim, where to a certain cap perhaps, because it's hard to balance something that scales with you, because you'd have to test it for all the levels the player could be, but some kind of soft scaling, like if Miranda is level 30 or higher, give it an extra 50 attack or something. If Miranda is level 35 or higher, give it a lot more attack and a lot more HP, and just have it scale somewhat with the character so that it's always at least somewhat challenging to some degree. Because even if I didn't use the Psych Bomb, like, it would take a little longer, but even without the Psych Bomb, this would be a cakewalk. The sound is not sounding too good here. And, let's see, 2,100, not too bad. It's almost gone.
Yeah, a lot of people don't really use Shanna long enough to figure out that her magic is very good.
Yeah. There's a tier of understanding with Shauna and Miranda combat wise, and a lot of the justification is just that there's no additions, which is a valid complaint, but is also technically besides the point, because additions are not the only way to fight in this game. Magic is all over the place. There's regular Dragoon magic, there's artificial item magic. You can't ignore those things. So the lowest tier of understanding is that Shauna is useless, stats are low, takes too much damage, is just a healer at best. The next tier of understanding is like Dragoon magic. But even that, a lot of people still don't see much use besides the Dragoon magic. And the highest level of understanding is item magic. Even though you can only get certain item magic types at certain stores, it's easy to backtrack really quick and restock in a minute or two. And it costs like 10 gold a piece for the single target item magic. And you're nuking everything. Like, it does more damage than additions, even if she's a few levels behind. So that's just how it is. It's not as interactive as additions. It's not as strategically interactive. It's just mindless button mashing. But that is the combat truth nonetheless. So, I mean, technically, if you want to take longer, you don't use Shauna and Miranda. And Miranda became the fastest speedrunning route as well a couple years back. Death Tome called it the Wonder Woman route in honor of Shauna and Miranda, so that is the fastest way to beat the game. I wish combat items were a little more interactive and less mindless, like maybe pressing a button, mashing for a limited amount of time instead of the entire attack. This is what God of War did really well with modernizing QuickTime events. Sometimes you're pressing a single button to duck between the giant boss's legs or something and to climb up the back. Other times the character is using its giant jaws to try and clamp down on your head, and you have to mash circle to keep it from clamping down on you. That's a temporary button mash that is way more immersive in my opinion, as opposed to button mashing the entire thing. So like if you're doing flame shot, I know it's not item magic, but say you're doing flame shot and Dart punches the fireball, and then when the fireball lands, you've got that like heat build up before he catches his sword. You could mash X during that sequence, for example. There's ways to set it up. Hashtag game design. I know I'm not using the boss music, but it doesn't matter for now. We're fine. I'll set it up for the next boss. Let me forgive you. Dinner is really late today. How slow is the... Jeez. The Death Rose has a speed of 50. I don't think I'm using too much speed gear, but whatever. I forgive you. Let's move on. Chocolate has a question. Did we look close enough to notice if each item's mashing script was the same? Corey?
No, we didn't. I would assume that it's the same, but also, you know, at the same time,
Yeah.
don't really want to assume anything.
We found out
I
that
would hope it's the same.
we found out that there are separate damage caps for a lot of different things when they could have just been unified.
Yeah, so if anyone caught the last dev stream, you would have saw me, Zacronix, and Ink working on removing all of the damage and HP caps in the game. We found out that literally every single NPC and item script has its own copy of the damage limiting code. Every single one.
Instead of unifying it under one thing, like a global variable.
Yeah. So we had to patch like 300 or 400 scripts.
So, really quick, if you notice, if you're an astute observer, you can see in the corner here, Rose is waiting. Hi, Rose.
Yeah.
We see you. It's like that Shuhei Yoshida peekaboo image of his head peeking out.
Things that you wouldn't be able to see on a CRT.
Mm-hmm. All right. Question: can we bring a non-specific party, a non-locked? Can we bring someone else to someone else's story, boss? That's what I'm gonna ask.
Huh.
So the next one is.
If you can control the character on the submap,
Maybe.
Maybe.
Well, you haven't made changes to the roster, because when the party split up, you don't have access to everyone anymore. So I don't think.
Okay, then no.
I could probably change what slot they're in. Well, no, I don't think you have that, because I'd have to when you select a character on the active roster, it only lets you swap with the bench. You can't swap slots right now. P.S. I would love it if we could swap slots, even though it's kind of useless and just for show. And here we are in Bale. So we need the Bale music, which is Royal Capital. Rose, let it go. Rose, stop. Bad example, Haschel. Bad example. So the next fight should be Haschel. We'll try to bring someone else. I'll save beforehand in case it crashes the game. It's gonna be like 50 gold, but whatever.
Once Zacronix finishes the game state editor, you'll be able to do that pretty easily.
Do what?
Swap out characters.
Oh, yeah. God, I have 8 mind purifiers. That's too much. You shall not pass. That's gonna be Dran. And the shop that I'm looking for. Because we didn't get the halberd for Albert. He would have done even more damage with the halberd. I didn't even think of that. I knew it at the time of the stream that we did Zackwell, but I had forgotten until just now.
Yeah, we haven't updated the shop screen yet, so it can't show any higher than 99, but Drew currently has the item limit set to 108.
It's the only valid number. Why would I do anything else? Or 10.8 items, or 1.08 item slots. Right, Corey?
Yeah, you get 1 healing potion and then another 0.08.
Like a half drink healing potion that's got like just a little bit in it. It's like it only heals you 10%. It's like, that wasn't even worth a turn. I could have just guarded to heal more.
Just the dribble left over after someone already drank it.
Oop, I didn't want to equip that. Oh well. We've already got enough magical rings. We need another attack badge. I didn't want to do that. Oh well. Do not equip. I'm actually hitting the equipment limit. We're gonna need a modifier for that as well. You don't need
excessive.
it. I know. All right. So we're gonna do another embiggening. So I'm a little curious about the knight. We'll do the knight, but I really want to do the person playing piano, because this person is just a total mystery person.
True.
Submap debugger.
We haven't had a whole lot of new stuff to embiggen lately.
Yeah. There we go. Alright, 3 times or more the size. And rotate. That is so low res on the helmet, oh my god. But hey, now we know. Those boots are square. Or rectangular. You'll notice, actually, if you look at the chest armor, it's very similar to Lavitz's chest armor in a way. With that, the base, the Knight of the Kingdom of Basil symbol, if you will. Now, let's make him really tiny. Just a tiny little dot right there. Can we walk past? The bug on the floor says no. Oh, it cracked me up. Alright, let's try to find... Nope, not the door. Nope. There we go. Alright. Embiggen. 3, 2, 1, go.
Alright.
Let's go over to...
Now let's see the front.
What's that?
Now let's see the front.
Hold on, I gotta move it. Let's see how detailed this is and if we should get mad. Oh, wow. Hi. Wait, blue eyes? That's blue eyes.
You sound surprised by that?
Should I not be?
I don't know. Should you? Is that uncommon?
Most NPCs just have dots, is what I'm saying. This person actually has eyes. Like, eyes. But not much of a mouth, interestingly. So there's like a colorful,
Could just be due to the resolution.
Look at
Bring it a little closer.
the hairband.
Yeah, see, it's not just the dot, it was just the resolution.
Okay. Well, I can't make it much bigger without hitting the limit, so I'm gonna just be safe. Not bad. Not a lot of people have like a red robe like this. It's really cool. Oh, I guess I have to... I can't reach anymore. Well, it's just a large statue. We'll get out of her hair. It was like a bathrobe? Okay. Ah, Mementos! We gotta do Mementos.
Echo, Drew is the one playing, and I am Corey.
Yeah, I am Drew. Corey is in your ears. There's a theme for this area. What is this theme called? Not that one.
You got it.
Nope. Nope, nope, nope. I may not have this one. Yeah, I don't think I have this one. We'll just do this music. This music is fine. It's the Virage music. We're in the moon that never sets. It's the Virage embryo. This is on topic music, definitely.
Works for me.
Maybe the Mementos can tell us something about this place. Yes, let's take a look. There's one. Gotcha. That's gonna be too tall. Let's try that height. Hey, there we go. Can we stop you? Oh, 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 oh. 0. Look at that. They got eyebrows. Why don't I have eyebrows? Okay.
Thanks for stopping by, Echo.
See you.
Catch us on the dev stream on Wednesday and the regular gameplay stream on Friday.
Oh, there's a detailed headband. I've got to look at it. Wait, is she smiling? Is this character? Wait a minute.
Can you pause at the exact right time?
Can I? Probably. Also, curved feet, curved shoes. Hang on a minute. I gotta. Oh my god.
Oh my god. Terrifying.
I need to get out of her way, I think. Let me go down a little bit. Let's go down a little more. That's creepy.
Ooh.
Oh my goodness. Okay, this actually holds it in place. I forgot you can talk to hold it in place. So let's go back up to 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. Update.
Move her down.
Oh, a little too much.
Zychronic has got it.
Oh my god. I love the face, but it's a little intimidating. You don't see people who you shouldn't see. You see people you have to see. Ooh.
If she was actually this big, she would definitely eat you.
I would be definitely pulling a vector. Yes. Fun fact, if you don't know it, one of the bosses in this game will pick you up, put you in his mouth, chew you up, have an exclamation point appear over his head, and then spit you out, and you're on the ground taking 1200 damage, and there's saliva all around your body. Hashtag immersion, hashtag Legend of Dragoon.
Just normal things.
The cinema of this game is ridiculous. Whether it's realistic cinema or fantasy cinema, they just... One thing they did well, despite their inexperience, the one thing they did amazingly well is immersion in cinema. That is all. Look at that face. Just...
Do I have to?
And you can actually see that the shirt there, the shirt is tattered, which is interesting. So now we can cosplay that, right? I'm going to show all these embiggened images on the website so you can use them to make more accurate cosplay designs with more detail. So you can also wear a mask that just has that lovely face on it. Oh, it'll be perfect. Alright, so we need to try Haschel. We're not going to finish all the story fights today. The theme behind this area, I don't remember. I just didn't prepare it in advance is all. Sorcerian Bootleg says, hi, I was wondering how doable it was to bind the encounter rate options to a keyboard or controller shortcut to switch between them. It's possible. Corey, I have an interesting...
Not difficult at all at the code level. Once we do key bindings, we'll allow you to set key bindings for options as well.
I was gonna ask you if it'd be possible to like choose what goes on the extra buttons, basically. So that would be great. Oh, Shauna's anxiety. I don't have that one, unfortunately. That's the why. I was thinking of it, but I couldn't quite register it in my head. I don't have that track, sadly. I think it's Shauna's anxiety track plays in Nest of Dragon as well, and maybe elsewhere. Ashley's like, get out of the way. Off we go. You know, I can't even access the menu from here, so it won't work.
Yeah.
Alright, we'll do the boss theme. For one specific reason, this is one of my favorite fights, because it mentions, and this is probably just a single line just to add flavor to the fight, but the dark art of Nagarjuna. Zikara from our community, who helped with translations of documents, has actually researched this and found out about a real-life person called Nagarjuna, so -1 A in the middle. And there was some lore behind it. I don't remember what it was right now, but it was interesting. One of the things I want to add to the website, and also our other pages, is to cover which real-world stories were borrowed from to be inserted in Legend of Dragoon. For example, 108 being a divine number, representing wholeness, completeness, a full cycle, things like that. But mainly, what I'm trying to say is, I love this idea of the war god being a real thing, even though the lore specifies in the Japanese guidebook that it's more like a form of schizophrenia and it's not actually real. But I prefer the fantasy version, where there's these really fancy attacks and like you can make apparitions of yourself appear and cause havoc. It'd be great. Like, so we have this lore about dragoons where if you don't have the will to tame the spirit of the dragon, the dragoon of you as the wielder and the dragon armor becomes savage, and the dragon is in control and wreaks indiscriminate havoc and can cause friendly fire. It's like that, but without being a dragoon. That's how I kind of see it. So with no modifiers, 1812 damage. Yeah, Vincent, basically, I'm using an extended album, and I just don't have my files organized, but I will fix that. Like, all the tracks are 30 minutes, and I don't have them all fixed up yet.
Demonized.
So some are missing. Being demonized is the best. Destroy the 4 gods. Which is a lot of us heard as kids, destroy the poor guy, but it's actually destroy the 4 gods. The black art of Nagarjuna, 4 gods destruction. And it's a little ironic that, oh, look at that, Corey, the HP is also centered left instead of right.
Yeah, that's something else that happened when I was working on the
Funny.
removing the caps.
Chris, I used to try to do that, and then I eventually gave up. I am trying to rebuild my offline library, though, because I've leaned on Spotify really hard the last several years, and I'm trying to undo that a bit. So that's a process. I have several tracks that just no one else has, and songs that no one has listened to on the entire planet, and it's kind of weird that I'm like one of 3 or 4 people on the planet that has heard those tracks. So it's hard to get metadata for them. One of them is like, I don't even know what it's called. What was I gonna do? Power down, speed up. Speed up, let's do this. Speed up. So defeatist, Hashel. How is there nothing you can do? You're a master of the Rouge School. Fight the war god. It would be epic. I think the stance didn't update again, did it, Corey?
Yeah, apparently that happens in retail sometimes too.
I've almost never seen that, if ever, in retail. Weird. This is a bit overkill, but sure. You know, I could have finished the fight already, because I'm using the Destroyer Mace. With red HP, I would have one-shot Claire. I didn't even think of it. Oops. You know, with the Destroyer Mace, it'd probably be pretty easy for me to hit the damage cap. Go past 4 digits, I mean.
Yeah, I wonder if you could actually do it.
Let's see if she survives. If she survives, then I can try it. But I don't have power up yet, and I want to just go for it. So we'll just go for it with power down. Ah, shoot, I blew it. 3,800 though, with an incomplete edition. Oh no! No, 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 no! I forgot it's a... You have to do mines. Oh, I'm embarrassed. I forgot this isn't one of the story bosses that you just... I'm so dumb.
Well,
I will not be embarrassed. Oh, shh. Okay, so thank you everybody for coming to the live stream. Save often, whether it's a Photoshop or a video game. Save often is the lesson there. 1 second.
we need a game over counter now.
I thought of that, but it shouldn't be necessary. So we successfully defeated the war god, and that's all the time we have for today. Thanks to Corey for co-hosting with me as always. Thank you to one of my latest tippers, Shiny Tentacruel, for an incredible $90 tip. Thank you so much. That is a huge help for me. Corey, any parting words before we go?
Nope, nothing for me aside from make sure you catch the dev stream on Wednesday. I'm thinking about working on adding enemies to encounters while the fight is already running.
That could be fun.
That'd be pretty interesting.
Golden Sun does that actually, where you can like whistle for extra allies and things.
Yeah, Legend of Dragoon does not make that easy though.
No. Someday. Thank you all so much. If you want more information and you're new to the wider community or Severed Chains, legendofdragoon.org, discord.gg/legendofdragoon, and we'll link the project page again for Severed Chains. We'll leave you some links as we do the outro video. We'll see you on Wednesday and Friday next week. Thanks so much. Bye.